Hi everyone, it's Crappy Kathy here with my Bramble Fox challenge team post. And this month the challenge is to scrap an old photo with a new photo. So I actually had just identified this layout of Julie Taylor's that she did for the 49 and Market design team. I had identified this as one that I wanted to scrap lift, and what got me was the trees in the background and the fact that it was a dark background and there's a lot of snowy looking stuff and some greenery down here. I'm going to die cut some greenery and add after I finish filming, because I haven't cut it yet this morning, and the plug that my die cutter is plugged into stopped working. The light that's connected to that plug also doesn't work, and I don't know what the problem is. And I could move it and use it someplace else, but I'd rather do it. I'll get this layout done, and then I'll tackle that problem. So, first thing I'm going to do, I have a bunch of goodies lined up over here that I may possibly use, and I will get to that later. First thing I want to do is kind of lay down a background. And I know that I'm going to stamp with these trees. This is a Tim Holtz stamp. And I'm going to go ahead, and I didn't know if I was going to do that first or do it later. And I'm not getting the trees. Okay, let's see how this works. I'm just going to kind of I'm going to lay it down, and then I'll stencil around it. I know that I want one like tall thing, kind of here, and for it to work its way down. So I'm doing right now, this is speckled egg, this is iced spruce, and it is it's going down on this blue background, very kind of shadowy, and that's what I wanted. I'm gonna put that down right there. It's resting on something. What is it resting on? Okay, I'm not sure what that was about, but we'll get that down. It didn't come out very well. It doesn't show up. This color of ink doesn't show up very well on the blue. So that's something I might do after I've got the stenciling done. This is a lighter color, this Lost Shadow. So I'm going to do it kind of right there. Okay, that's good. That really shows up nicely. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix, I'm going to put this lighter color of ink, and I'm just trying this out. I have no idea what it's going to do. I'll put that there, and then I'm going to do this darker color and see how that turns out. And I'm going to put it up high, and then I will stencil around and down. Okay, whoops. That didn't come out very well. So let's go back with the lighter color. And I'm going to put this here and just assume that these other things will be seen as something like shadows. I'm going to go back to the speckled egg. Well, actually, no, I'm not. I'm done stamping. I'm going to stencil. And I have several stencils from Bramble Fox that I plan to use. But the first one is going to be this with the evergreen trees. And let me get, I'm going to do this with, I'm going to try it with iced spruce and see what happens. I know that stamping it doesn't show, but I'm wondering if maybe stenciling it would show. It does kind of show a little bit better. Not it's right here, and you probably can't see that. You can if I kind of turn it. So I think I will probably not use the iced spruce anymore, but I'm going to get another kind of a pale, maybe this bundled sage, do a green on here. And I'm going to do the green, push this over to the side. Let me do I've got that right there. Okay. And then I'm going to do another one of these. I may lay this right over that and do it in this green color. Just to make it show up a little bit more. There. And then I'm going to do a small one right here. And then I still really like those tall trees, and so I think I'm going to stamp the tall trees in this green color and put them kind of right here among these others that I stamped earlier that you can't really see too well. There, okay, that works. And then let me do a small tree, one of these kind of trees, and I'm going to do it in Lost Shadow. And I'll do one right here in Lost Shadow. And I'm thinking that's all I'm going to do of the trees, of stamping or stenciling trees. I'm going to put that down. And I want to do this is a stencil called Splashes. It's Fox Cut number 3. And I'm doing just random dots. And I'm going to do it in Lost Shadow. And I'll do another application of Lost Shadow and kind of come down here that. And then we'll go back and do some more of that kind of stenciling after I get the page put together. Let's see what that. Okay, so I'm going to put that there. Now here I have some small leaves and some small snowflakes. And these are a couple of smaller stencils. And I'm going to do Lost Shadow again. And I'm going to do the small icons and the very smallest snowflake and another small snowflake here and a small snowflake here. Let me do that. Just adds a lot of dots and so forth. I really like that. Okay, and I'm going to do a snowflake down here, kind of in conjunction with that group. And I'm going to do a bigger one here, and maybe a big one kind of going off the page right there. Okay, so I've got that back then. I also have some small leaves that I had thought I would use, but I think I like the small elements that are there now, and I'm kind of okay with where that is. I've also got this, which is, I thought I might use coffee rings for some of these splats, but I kind of like the size of the splats that I used, so I'm not going to use that. So we'll look at the design again. There are all these trees and everything. There are two photos, and there's some horizontal elements, including some torn papers. There are clusters on either side of the photos, and there's a cluster down below. We'll see how far I get with those. My photos are this photo I'm not in. I didn't get in the photos that year, the Christmas photos that year, because I was pregnant with this guy. This was 1973, and this was this year. So that's as far back as I go. That's my brother and my cat Tophiel, and my sister Patrice, and my dad Alden. And all these ornaments that you see on this tree are on my current tree downstairs. So that's 51 years ago, and I've still got those ornaments. Okay, so now that's enough about that. Let's put this over here and this over here, and I can scooch that up. Let's see what we have. I have this paper, which is, I don't know what collection that comes from. This I know is Christmas Flora by, gosh, I'm losing it right now, and that's going to go right there. But let me get this glued down, and then I can start curling those edges up. So it's a, what is it? Cartabella. Let's see. I'm going to put this right here. And I love that that this little cluster of stenciling is down where it is. That's exactly where that lower cluster is on the original. So I'm curling this up, and then I will curl this up to kind of to match that. Okay. Right there. And you know what? I have something that a rub-on that I needed to put down. I need to put it down right there. And so therefore I need to pull this off. Okay. I held it in place. And now let me get this backing off. And I can put it like so. It's going to take me a minute to rub this off. I tested a little bit of, like a little tiny bit of green right here, this dot. I wanted to make sure it would show up on the blue because I had a sheet of green paper that I was maybe going to use, and I thought if I put this on the green paper it would get lost, but I'm hoping it shows up nicely and that you can see the details of that lace, for example, with the blue showing through. So we will see. Okay, as I'm moving across here, seems to be coming off and just looking beautiful. And I'm hoping that I get the effect that's in Julie's. Oh, I love it. I love it, I love it, I love it, I love it. Okay, now, now we can put this back on. And we're going to put it like so. Is there a... Okay, let me... That seems to work. And now this will go here. I wanted that to stay. It's going to go down low enough that that will show around it. And I'm going to go ahead and put some adhesive on here. There was some glue on the back of the frame, so I printed the photos a little bit bigger than the hole, and then they stuck to the back, and then I covered it all with some foam. And these are 49 and Market frames. Here, let me do this. Come up a little bit. I like it further down like that, but okay, now I have these pieces that I was going to put here, and I'm going to have these come out a little bit farther than the rest of the cluster, the big photo cluster there. And I guess this one can go here. It's probably long enough. Yeah, that works. And again, these are Christmas scraps that I'm using, so I can't tell you all of the collections. It's just my I'm going to put that there. And then let's see. I don't think I need any more rub-ons. I had thought maybe I would do one of the red poinsettia rub-ons down here. And I guess I could. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm just going to do this. It still leaves a very usable rub-on for another page. But let's see if this works. Now, let's see what I'm going to do here. I put that on the wrong way. Well, that's the way it's got to go. That's the way it's going, folks. That's how we roll. Like the wrong way. I don't know if this is going to work. I hope it hasn't ruined my page. These last minute ideas that I get aren't always the best. Okay, so there's that, and then I've got a spot here that needs to kind of be covered, and I believe that I can do this Bramble Fox piece. It says, "Time to celebrate." And I can put that in conjunction with that red poinsettia there, and that works. I tried putting these magnets at the area so that I wouldn't come down so that you can't see the bottom, see me working on the bottom part. And I will say that I haven't done a great job of keeping it in place. I move when I'm in filming, instead of the magnets keeping me from moving down, I move the magnets down, and then you can't see anyway. So sorry about that. Let me get a little bit of glue on here and see. I'm hoping I don't regret using a blue background. I love it, and I love how it looks, but I'm thinking that my green background might have been better. Although once I get it completely embellished, should be okay. Okay, so I've got that down there, and I have a few other little bits. I've got this Let It Snow, which brings the blue onto the page. And though there's no snow involved in either of those places on either of those days, I think this is this is what I want right there. Okay, that is I don't think I'm going to use that. There's a little piece right here. This is the time of our lives, and I was saving that for travel photo with John, but I have a couple of these. And I think the color works nicely there. I'm loving that. It seems like there's something I need to do here. And I'm trying to figure out what that is. So, let me see. I have this bit right here that says fa la la. So I'm going to go ahead and put a little foam behind that. And now is when I'm going to work in some of the different colors so that it doesn't look like I did a green and red page, a totally green and red page on a totally blue background. So it's kind of where I'm headed with this, to kind of mix up the colors a little bit. I've got this little celebrate the season. I'm having trouble picking these up. 'Tis the season to be cheerful. I like that. These are this 'tis the season to be cheerful, and this celebrate the season, and the fa la la, and this ho 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 are Bramble Fox paper snips. And I used the special die to cut the bottom part out of these. This celebrate the season seems like it could go right there, and then I can do some embellishing around that. Let's see. I have this. Let me glue this down to make sure that I'm committing to that as my title. Okay, and there's a thing right there that says loved. And then I've got this little Bramble Fox butterfly, which I'm going to put right there. I want all of that to show, so I don't really want to do anything to that. I've got this, which says happy times, and I'm going to put ho 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 right there. Does happy times need to go anywhere? And if I do I just want this bit, or do I want it in this little holder? It's too much word kind of stuff going on there. I'm going to leave it. I have this little Bramble Fox bit that I'm going to mix with some other small Bramble Fox pieces, and I should have peeled the back of this. I peel a bunch of stuff, Bramble Fox stuff, before I start layouts that I might use them, and when I do, I am always thinking that I peeled everything that needed to be peeled. And silly me, sometimes I didn't. Let me put some foam back on the back of this. there. Okay, and now I'm going to use these little buttons. Remember how I made that this come out a little bit farther? I'm going to use the buttons to make it look like it's kind of buttoned down there. Okay, and then I'll do the other one right over here. Okay. And now I'm going to add, let's see, a little, let's see, I need a couple of hearts, and I'm going to go for this navy blue. And I'm actually going to overlay it on the red heart that I put out there. And that'll be my overlapping hearts. Okay, that I didn't want to move anything. I couldn't move it anyway, so that's good. Let's see. That is not working right there. I'm going to put it on here instead, and I'll put the glue on the bottom. Okay, and I'm going to turn that one a little bit that way, and this one a little bit this way, and they look like they're overlapping. And I have some stars. I have one glass star that I'm going to go ahead and add. I'm going to put it right here, and I'm going to move it around. Don't like how the glue was sticking to it. So let's see if this works better. It's not sticking down there. I'm going to go ahead and do it. And it'll show, but it'll dry clear, and it won't show. Let's see, I have arrows. I have a little red arrow that I thought might be cute. I want to use as many red and green bits as I can. I like that arrow right there. I'm going to put these things here and let me get the glue on the arrow, and then we're done, and I will do some splatters. Okay, now I'm going to close up my glue. I really like that this kind of started out with a mixed media look to the background, and then adding the stamping and the stenciling kind of just added sort of a shadowy effect to it. And I've got right here some white linen shimmer spray by Diane Reevely, and I'm gonna, let's see, maybe I'll use this to cover that up, because if the rest of it gets snowy, that's okay with me. Okay. Okay. And these drops will not be as white as you're seeing them now. They will kind of fade down, but they will have that shimmer to them. So my page is finished, and just to recap for you, I used several Bramble Fox stencils, the favorite of mine being this one with the evergreens. It's called Evergreens. It's stencil, Fox Cut stencil number 109, and it came in the December Fox box. This one, coffee rings, I didn't use much. I did use the small snowflakes, and I did use some of the splashes, though not the full bore, full long drippy splashes. I've used those recently. Okay, there we go. Now, so though I used Bramble Fox stencils, I used Bramble Fox paper snips here, 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 and I used a Bramble Fox perspective butterfly, this one right here, and a star right there, and a heart right here, and this little time to celebrate title piece down here. And like I said, I've mixed various scraps from my stash for the papers. I do know that this one is Christmas Flora by Cartabella. And I think I'm done. I think I captured the spirit of this one with the dark background. I do have a little bit more, going on down here, and I did not cut any greenery. I will have some greenery coming out right here, I think, and probably some coming out here by this. Not much. And I have no idea when I'll be able to cut that. I have no idea when the plug's going to start working. So I thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. I'm here on the 17th of every month doing the monthly challenge for Bramble Fox, and my approach is usually to mix supplies, mix collections, and I mix Bramble Fox supplies. I use paper snips from things that aren't Christmas themed with things that are Christmas themed, and I produce crazy mixed up pages like this, and I love them. I thank you for watching. Bye.